It is July 4th. It is time to run Morgan Hill Freedom Run 5K to celebrate the birthday of America.
Let's roll.
I drive this street all the time.
I've run this race multiple times. In fact, it is my PR course. In 2010, I ran 19:15 to set my PR here.
Attention, ready?
15 years later, I am a lot older and not as quick. Additionally, after running Boston and Big Sur in April, I've gained about 7 pounds. And just less than 2 weeks ago, I had a DNF on a track 5K. When I signed up for this race a couple of months ago, I was thinking about breaking 20 minutes again as a 50-plus-year-old officially. After gaining 7 pounds and my track 5K debacle, today I have no confidence that I can run a decent race. And I have no idea how fast or slow I would be running today. Because of that, I lined up a little bit behind a lot of the recreational runners, and unfortunately, they are running a little slower than I would like to go with, so I had to pass a lot of them in the first half mile. As an immigrant, immigrating from Asia more than 36 years ago, I really treasure our opportunity to live the American dream. And on July 4th, what is better than running the 5K before we celebrate the birthday of America? There is a very interesting phenomenon when racing resumed after the pandemic. Very interestingly, a lot of the racers just wear the race shirt during the race. When I started racing 20 years ago, generally we want to wait until we complete the race before we wear the race shirt. We are about to finish the first block of the race down Dunn Avenue. That is the most downhill portion of the race. And now we are turning into Monterey Street, which is pretty much flat. I really like this USATF certified 5K course. We start downhill on Dunn Avenue, and then we'll turn left onto Monterey Road, and then we'll turn left again onto Main Street, and then we'll turn left again uphill onto Peak Avenue. By that, we'll be finished the first lap of the block. We'll just need to do another 3/4 of the loop, and then we'll be done. So we'll run downhill again on Dunn Avenue, turn left onto Monterey, primarily flat, and then turn left again onto Main Street for the last uphill finish. We are just about a little bit more than half a mile already, and now to my left, in a blue singlet, dark blue singlet, is my fellow club runner, Lynn. Now we are running uphill on Main Street. This will be our first taste of running uphill today. And a lot of runners, if they don't pace themselves correctly, and they will start to slow down here. I've been trying to run a little under 6:40 per mile today, and I'm just trying to keep my pace as constant as possible. And you can see that a lot of the runners are still running pretty strong up this first hill. I haven't been able to pass too many runners just yet. We can see the finish line from here. That means we are just a little bit more than a loop to go before we'll finish the race. Now we are turning left onto Peak Avenue, and as its name suggests, we are running more uphill on this road. Disclaimer, it's really mild, it's not really a big hill. Possibly 1 to 2% at most. Even though it is a very mild incline, but for those people who started out too fast, now that we're running uphill to almost the midpoint of the race, they're starting to feel it. Some people are starting to slow down, and I'm passing more runners, particularly those runners who are wearing the race shirt in red. Alright, we are completing the first loop already. Now we are running downhill again on Dunn Street. This is actually a pretty significant downhill, you'll feel it. Probably more than 2% or 3% downhill. And I remember in 2023, when I was a little fitter, a little lighter, and I dashed downhill and I caught a lot of runners. Today, I'm lacking the confidence. I probably can do it, but I'm just so worried about not finishing strong on the uphill that I'm just keeping my pace constant. Alright, we are now on Monterey Road for the second time. This is primarily flat, and I'm starting to pass more runners. However, because this is Monterey Road for the second time, we are seeing some walkers and some leisure runners, and we need to weave around them in order to find a running lane. Now I can see my fellow runner Fatima just a little ahead of me, and I'm thinking that maybe today I get a chance to catch her. You can see a lot of antique cars parked on the right side of the road, and they will be parading approximately 1 hour after the race. Okay, I'm just within about 5 meters behind Fatima. Now you can see a lot of walkers. We have to be very careful about not running into them, so we have to find a running lane to keep running forward.
Thank you guys, you're good.
We have made the left turn onto Main Street. Only 1 block to go, maybe slightly more than half a mile. Slightly uphill, but lots of people, lots of dogs as well. We have to find a running lane. I started out a little more to the left and trying to pass all the walkers on the left. But I can see that ahead of me there are more and more walkers because a lot of them are going to turn left onto Peak Avenue. I'm still trying to find a way, and perhaps I might move and shift to the right in just a little bit. With just about half a mile to go, now I have the confidence to finish strong. I'm upping the pace, I'm accelerating, I'm getting down to about 620 per mile. instead of the 6:40 just for the first 2.5 miles. But most importantly, I have to make sure I find a running lane to head to the finish. Okay, I see that the right side of Main Street has opened up, so I'm gradually shifting to the right, and I think I will have a clear path all the way to the finish. There are a few runners just ahead of me, perhaps about 30 meters or so. I'll see if I can catch up to any one of them. Looks like the 3 young guys just ahead of me are also accelerating. I don't think I will be able to catch them. In 2023, when I was a little fitter and with a little bit more speed, I sprinted to the finish just a few seconds over 20 minutes. But since my hamstring injury in September of 2024, I haven't done any sprinting, particularly uphill sprinting. I just don't have the kick that I used to have. As a super competitive person, being out-kicked to the finish doesn't feel good. But I'm happy with my time, and I really like the Puma Fast-R 3. Help me keep going today.